Welcome, everybody. My name is Stephen the Jupiterian here with a new video for you. Obviously, that's why I'm here. Hello. Hi. um, let's start today's video with an energy reading for July. Today is July 15th. Wednesday, July 3rd, 15th. Wow. Halfway through the month already. Good Lord. July is moving fast. And we're on the 15th of July already. Wow, how about that? Alrighty, so let's see. Shuffle this one more time. And yeah. So, okay, we have the Five of Pentacles. Hmm. How are you? What are you thinking about? Um, Communicating about? Are you feeling upset, joyous? Well, actually, let's see. We have the Wheel of Fortune next. So this is very Jupiterian energy. Yay. The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. The planet is Jupiter. Has everything to do with the Wheel of Fortune. And Jupiter is in the sign of Leo. Wow. In the sign of Leo. And here we have the World card, which represents the planet Saturn. Interesting that we have Saturn in Aries. At the moment, which isn't. Saturn is in fall in the sign of Aries, but it's we have a fall in Saturn in Aries. Yes, Jupiter in Leo isn't in bad shape though. Ooh, we have Mercury. So yes, Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury. We have three major arcana cards here. Is there another one? Okay, we have the King of Cups. This could be this is water energy. This could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, Cancer energy. Since we're in the sign of Cancer at the moment, this sounds pretty good to me. Um, I'll pick. Oh, we have swords, Six of Swords. Interesting. We have the Six of Swords here. More Mercury energy. And one more. Ooh, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. This is going to be the last card that I picked, the Eight of Pentacles. This is very determined and very studious or well, working on something. Virgo energy here. So, yes, we have some Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn. Interesting combination here. Although Mercury is in the sign of Cancer. And I'm going to share the chart with you as well. So here you are. Here we are. July 15th, 2026. It is 3:37 p.m. on the west coast. I'm in San Francisco. Yes, I'm on the west coast. Oh gosh. Been a long day. um yeah, I'm doing some things behind the scenes here pretty much all day today. Um, yeah, it's been interesting, but it was a good day. I would say it's a good day. We'll put these cards back. And okay, there you go. Those are set, all set. And here's your chart for today, right now. The moon is in Leo, halfway through with for almost to 15 degrees of the sun, moon in Leo. In a few, in well, later we'll have the moon at 15 degrees of Leo. We can round this up almost because it's 14 degrees 46 minutes. You can round up, which isn't too bad. So actually, you can also look up the Sabian symbol for that, which is um, a pageant. Hey, not bad. Celebrating the fruits of achievement. That's the Sabian symbol for 15 degrees of the moon in Leo. A pageant. I'm going to shuffle my Light Seers deck as I'm showing you this chart as well. Um, see, Mercury is still retrograde at 18 degrees of Cancer right now. Is going backwards towards the dog star Sirius. And the sun is at 23 degrees. Woo, we have a jumper. Oh, interesting that as I said, the sun jumped out of the deck. Interesting. We have Jupiter in Leo. Venus still in Virgo, now at 6 degrees of Virgo, almost 7. You look up the Sabian symbol for that as well, I think. Yes, you can. And the Sabian symbol for that is the indignity of an old-fashioned sultan's harem. Interesting. Enjoyment of the variety of life. Disregard a limitation. And that's 7. Oh, actually, yeah, round up to 7 degrees. 7 degrees of Virgo, Venus in Virgo. And the Sabian symbol The indignity of an old-fashioned sultan's harem. Hmm. You can do that for any planet, really, and take into account what Venus means, pleasure, and you're the of what you value. It's your value system. You may value organization or diplomacy. Well, Virgo and Libra is more diplomacy, but Virgo also has that discernment as well. Now, interesting. The Light Seers deck has interesting things to share and show us. So yes, so Pluto is opposed, or Jupiter and Pluto are in opposition to each other. This isn't a terrible thing, not at all. Jupiter is talking to Pluto. They can see each other. They make compromises. They are this. They have same values, but it's a different side of the coin. It's one coin, it's a different side of the coin. Um, so yeah, actually, I'm just gonna disregard the house system right now because Scorpio is not may not be where you the rising sign where you are when I post or when this video comes out, or may not be on the west coast of the United States, nor even might not even be in the United States. And I've showed you how to change your to figure out how to find your ascendant. And yeah, we have the decans and the bounds. The bounds are the outer ring. The decans are in this colored ring here. And then we have the planets in their signs that they're in right now, which are transits. So actually, you can also always book a reading with me to see what transits are happening for you and which are important. Um, so we have the inner and out inner bounds are have to do with inner um, personality traits, and the decans are have to do with outer appearance, how you may appear physically. Let's say you are like me and you have the ascendant in a Saturn decan and a Saturn bound. Well, I may come across, and actually, I feel in inner um, inward, and I por- um, portray a very Saturnian, stoic, and disciplined personality, even though I'm a Sagittarius rising. And the moon has a Mars bound and a Saturn decan as well. So the moon has Martian quality, a Martian quality. So yeah, and it's makes a trine to Mars. And since I have Saturn in the sixth house, I am very service oriented because the sixth house is servitude. Yeah, yes. And it opposes my ruling planet of Jupiter. I actually have high standards with my I have Mercury in Aquarius. I am in I hold a master's degree, which is right behind me, in education, which yeah, I'm a very big advocate on education. I was an elementary assistant teacher and paraprofessional for so yeah, I worked in the education field for over 30 years before I became a professional astrologer, which I always had done on the side. And I really didn't come out as an astrologer un oh, wow, 3 4 years ago. Yeah. Yep, 3 or 4 years ago was when I was starting my business. And well, a new job as an astrologer. I have Mars in Aries. Mars' ruler is in his rulership in the wow bound of Saturn, which is interesting. And it's in the decan of Jupiter, of Venus. I'm sorry, the decan of Venus. Let me hold on to the. Okay, well, sorry everybody, but yeah, actually, we had a delivery and just in time to um because here's what came. This is Fashion Frontier Barbie. She's uh silver light on the horizon. Barbie rides boldly into the unknown on the edge of the fashion frontier. Her look is a cosmic fusion of Western grit and futuristic glamour. An all over foil cow printed dress with crisscross tie in front is cut with slits that shimmer with movement. A matching duster features an oversized fringed collar, while more silver fringe drifts like cosmic trails as she strides forward, each step leaving a sparkling trace across the galaxy with her radiant cowboy hat and silver boots. Barbie doll is ready to blaze new trails of style across the universe. But here's what she looks like. That's amazing, huh? Pretty cool. And actually, you can read the back, pause the video if you want to read the back. And interesting artwork. I actually like the stars, the planet Saturn here and here. We got some stars. So she has this really cool. There's movement. She has fringe on her dress and coat, which is there's a lot of movement in there. Platinum blonde hair. So, all right, back to an interesting that I pulled the Sun card, the Knight of Wands. So we can use our little drum here. So I have a lot of fire energy going on. And even well, even though the sun is in Cancer, the sun will be moving into Leo very, very soon. Today's the 15th. So we just had a new moon yesterday, which we're still in the new moon phase because of, yeah, the moon was in Cancer. Now the moon is in Leo. Still than a new moon phase. But actually, let me share with you this. So I also wanted to share this with you as well. Mm, put those cards. We have the sun. We got and the so yeah. Oh, actually, let me stop that, and I'll share the other chart, this one with you. So, and we'll move this ahead. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. By the 22nd, yes, the sun enters Leo. A week from the third, a week, actually, so that's 7 days. Yeah, today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 7 days, yes. So in 7 days, the sun enters Leo. Actually, this is just, she has these really, okay. So actually, back to this doll, because I want to share more of her. Yeah, because, yeah, she has really cool cowboy boots, this nice cowboy hat, which I may detail the hat. And, yeah, I like the outfit. I really do like the outfit. And she has long platinum blonde hair. See, long platinum blonde hair, which you can see through there. Her face is, well, I'll have to take her when I take her out of the box, if I take her out of the box. Um, but I was planning on doing something with this. I'm not sure though anymore. Um, she has star earrings. Her face is really nice. Our face up is really nice. A very different type of Barbie. A cosmic, cosmic fashion frontier. Cosmic meets Western and Western. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah, cosmic fusion of Western grit and futuristic glamour. Yes, she's very futuristic, which I like about that. I am a very futuristic type person, as you can tell from my chart. Um, and I'll share that with you here. I'll show my natal chart. Do I want to share my natal chart? Yeah. And Astro Wizard, yes, is right on my ascent. This Astro, that's Astro Wizard. The asteroid Astro Wizard is on my ascendant, which is kind of interesting. I'm a natural astrologer. And you can actually see the lines much clearer here if I put this larger. Yeah. Yes. Ooh, see these lines? The blue lines? These show you exactly where the ascendant astro wizard is on Saturn. Saturn's bounds are in the inside wheel, and the decans are the outer wheel, where the moon is in the bound of Mars, as I showed you earlier. This is a better, you can see it better here than with the Astro Gold software. And interesting that Pallas Athena is you consider this a conjunction with Mercury, but Pallas Athena is in the bound of Jupiter, which is pretty cool. That's Jupiter is like with higher wisdom in the planet of the asteroid of wisdom and knowledge in the planet in the deck this bound of Jupiter, the of wisdom and forward thinking and in the sign of Aquarius with Mercury, the decan of Mercury. Although and Mercury is in the decan of the Moon and the bound of Mars. So Mercury has a Martian bound and a very emotionally driven. Well, the way, yeah, I'm actually I feel and think in a very strong yet emotional way. So I communicate the way I communicate is very emotional through emotions in the sign of Aquarius, which is kind of interesting that it's in the sign of Aquarius in the decan of the moon, which um, really doesn't take emotion into consideration all that much, which is okay. Actually, that's not it's not a terrible thing that, although goes well with my moon in Sagittarius on the ascendant and the sun heart of fortune, the north node, and Venus is in the bound of Mars and the decan of Mars, where the sun is in the decan of Jupiter and the bound of Venus. That's quite interesting, if I may say so myself. That's interesting. Hmm. So let me stop that share, and I'm going to put back up my chart and this one. So yeah, just my chart. And we'll make this a full screen. So yeah, even though the lines are here as well, the ascendant and the moon are in the decan of Saturn. This ascendant is in this bound of Saturn. Mars is in the bound. I'm sorry, the moon is in the bound of Mars. Interesting that how that figures out. Bounds are uneven, unequal. Interesting that Jupiter is the largest bound for Sagittarius, which is not strange, not doesn't feel strange to me, but makes sense because I'm sorry, Jupiter, Jupiter is ruled by Sagittarius. Let's see Pisces. Saturn is the last bound of Pisces. Venus is the first bound of Pisces. Then Jupiter, Mercury, Mars, and Saturn. These are Egyptian bounds and terms and decans, Egyptian decans, and face. So the face that you put forward is very Saturnian. And well, Mars is the inner. That makes a lot of sense now to me. Why I feel or get angry when I'm upset. Interesting. Yes, I'm like Bruce Banner at times, but not today. I'm good. Today I'm in a really good mood. um, mm, yeah, I'm gonna open this doll, and I'm going to go in more detail with her because I actually like what she's. Wow, you should see the stand that she's on. Wow, that's okay. Collector, this collector doll. Wow. Uh, mm, so, um, the MC, okay, Uranus is also in the decan of Saturn, in the bound of Jupiter. Interesting. Or is it Mercury? I'm not sure. Well, if I'll look at the other chart on this one. We'll look much. It'd be much better because here's Uranus in the bound of Mercury in the wow with the decan of the moon. MC and the bound of Jupiter in the decan of Saturn. Well, isn't that interesting? I like that a lot. Huh. Pluto in the bound of Mars, the decan of Mercury, the south node in the bound of Venus, and the decan of Venus. Wow, that's pretty cool too. The Vestal Virgin in Saturn and Jupiter. The bound of Saturn, the decan of Jupiter. Interesting that I have Saturn and Jupiter opposite each other, and major planets are in either Jupiter or Saturn. Saturn is in the bound of Venus and the decan of Mercury. Mars in the bound of Saturn, the decan of Venus. Interesting how that, yeah. So I'm an symbolic art teacher. That's my new title, the job title. Symbolic art, symbolic art teacher. That's what I call myself, the symbolic art teacher. I create talismans. I'm very artistic. Artistic. Art. I do art. I create art. I collect art. Um, I actually believe that Barbie dolls like these collector are art. So yes, and perfect for my collection. Um, yeah, I'm gonna sell some of my other dolls that don't no I no longer need or want. So yeah. Um all right. So I think that I'm spouted enough for you for this video. So yeah. So this is what you can do with bounds and decans. You can look at every planet and see a different layer or flavor that planet takes on. I have Venus in the bound and decan of Mars, and Mars is in the decan of Venus. How about that? That's pretty neat. I find that very interesting. Then my artistic ability is very Martian in nature. And I have Mars in the fifth house of art, creativity, and passion, and all kinds of other fun things. The house of fun, pleasure. Yeah. So there you go. I'm Stephen the Jupiterian. Thanks for watching. I'm a certified tarot reader, astrologer. I do numerology and so many more other things. You can check out everything that I offer um, on my website at www.it'sinyourstars.com. Uh, all one word, it'sinyourstars.com. And yeah, check it out. Book a reading with me, and we'll see what's happening with you. What you want to find out about future, or where do you want to be in the next few years um, or so. All right. Thanks for watching. I'm Stephen the Jupiterian. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, post a comment, do all the things. All right. Thank you to 260 subscribers so far. Thank you to all of those who have subscribed and those who just watch. Become a subscriber. It's free. Um, Subscribe to my channel and actually make sure you hit that notification bell when I post new videos. I'm going to be posting more videos um, daily. So uh, stay tuned for the next one for tomorrow. All right. Bye, everybody.